Okay, it's official.
It's official.
All right, here we are, Covered in Dead Maiden Voyage podcast with my friend Lisa Mackey from
Hi,
Dark Star Orchestra. How are you today, Lisa?
I'm good.
All right, good,
Yep.
good. So I prepared some questions I thought might be interesting for our viewers and for you and for me. Why else are we doing it, right?
Right.
So, part of this is really just a celebration of the Grateful Dead. And I've watched you. Hey, look, I'm wearing my, I think this is
Ooh,
2014. Yeah,
yeah.
2014. I,
Yep.
I've seen you probably 25 years ago. I don't know. Mountain Jam, I think, was the first time I saw you.
Hmm.
And yeah, what a great band you all are. Just a wonderful group, and you're really doing justice to playing the Grateful Dead. So
Thank
there's
you.
there's no better way to keep 300 years, starting off or going
Yeah.
with that. So thank you for that. So I'm interested. Who turned you on to the Grateful Dead?
My landlord at the time, Rich Godlewski, was the person that introduced me to the music of the Grateful Dead.
Okay, so how
And
old were you?
I want to say I was 37,
Okay,
something like that.
great.
And I was not an immediate sell. I wasn't a convert right
Okay,
away.
okay.
I liked what they did. I just didn't. It didn't really. I didn't feel like it resonated with me very much, and wasn't a fan of the concert experience. And I sang in his trio. He showed up at my door, and I was vacuuming, and he said, I was singing when I was vacuuming, and he said, "Is that you singing?" I said, "Oh my gosh, am I disturbing someone?" Because I knew he was my landlord. He's like, "No, I was wondering if you'd sing in my trio." So I said, okay, and
That's
never really
great.
had any experience. So he was the one that I sang Rosalie McFall in his trio and Minglewood Blues.
Oh, I lost you. Oh, wow,
Yeah,
you sung Minglewood. I lost you somehow. Sorry about that.
that's
Anyway,
okay.
I
Yep.
was getting an incoming call. I guess I need to put this on Do Not Disturb. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
So it
that's
was a
okay.
trio.
Yeah,
Rosalie McFall, Minglewood Blues.
yeah.
I loved singing Minglewood Blues. In fact, when I brought it to Brown Eyed Women as a suggestion, a
Mm.
lot of folks are like, "Oh, Minglewood, it's all about from a man's perspective," and I was like, "Yeah." So, and
Yeah, right,
what else is new? And
right.
so I was like, "Well, why don't we do something different?" So I had Jill sing harmony with me so that we could, kind of
That's interesting.
yeah. So I do the first line, and then she does all the
Oh,
rest of the lines in harmony with me.
that's interesting. I was offered to switch the words. Somebody said to me, "Listen, if you'd be more comfortable," I'm like, "No, no,
Yeah.
I'm a stickler for the lyrics the way they are."
Okay.
Um,
That's
except
great.
for one change I made, and I didn't even really think about it. It's a Dylan song. It's Chimes of Freedom, and he's singing about poets, and he says his rightful time, and I changed it to their because I feel like, and I'm like, sorry, Bob, but I just
Right.
couldn't. I can't sing it like that. I don't know. That just doesn't want to come out. So I don't think that's that big of a deal. So
No,
he's not going to grab me for copyright infringement or something, you know.
they're coming for you.
But
You
I'm
change.
reticent. I'm reticent to change things. I'm very much a stickler for leaving things the way they.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
good to know. All
yeah,
right. Okay.
rigid.
So, when was your first Grateful Dead show?
Oh boy. Well, I can tell you, I don't know when. I think I did answer that question and wrote it down. I know it was in July. It was at Soldier Field. I want to say it was the year before Jerry died, and Sting opened up for them. I
Oh, yeah.
remember, and the weather was crazy. And at that point, I remember Jerry standing on the stage playing. I want to say it was Sugar Ree or something, and it had rained and the water was pouring on either side. And it looked very like a sacred moment. But I left. I got out of there.
Because it was
And
raining.
well, the temperature dropped. There was
Oh, yeah.
crazy weather changing patterns. It went from like 90 to 60. It was very interesting weather-wise, but I just got out of there. Everybody was singing, and I just didn't feel like I fit in. It felt like a giant church that I didn't belong in. So
Oh,
I booked out of there and went home.
the irony of that now.
I know.
You're leading the prayer.
Uh, Everything comes when it's supposed to, I guess. And
Yeah, that's right. We get it when we get it.
yeah,
I remember seeing that tour with Sting, and
yeah,
I remember being so fascinated watching Deadheads. I'd seen a few tours over the years where the summer tour had a great opener, Steve Miller, and everybody, Steve Miller band, everybody in the crowd, doing the claps for the
right.
Bobby Sue, whatever, right? And, but now I'm seeing all these hippies dancing to every little thing she does, and I was just like, they're loving Sting. this
Yeah,
this made me happy.
yep,
Sorry, that frog is still in my throat, but we're gonna work through it, and it's gonna be all
yeah,
right.
yep.
But right, so okay, so that was '94. Right on, right on. And okay, so you kind of said when you started singing the music of the
Yeah,
Grateful Dead when you were vacuuming.
yeah.
Well, that was
Uh,
when that was your audition. You didn't
right,
know it, but
basically.
that was your
Yeah,
audition.
sort of.
That's great.
Yeah,
And what was the name of that band?
Azure. They call themselves Azure,
Okay,
the color.
Azure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
We played
cool.
bars, just little
Yeah.
stuff. But it was an interesting experience because he was from Poland. I think he was born in the States, but his father was from Poland, and they had a very kind of very how would I say nationalistic Polish group of people, and they tried to teach me songs in Polish, which I was really interested in learning, but had no talent for whatsoever. But we had some interesting times. They had a place together on the other side of Lake Michigan, opposite of Chicago and Indiana there. And we would go and hang and build fires on the beach and sing music. They played guitar and keyboards.
Nice.
It was an interesting time hanging with them and learning just listening to them sing. And
That's
it was
great.
fun. Yeah, that was an interesting
And that
experience.
was a
Yeah.
trio, you said.
Yeah. Yep. There was a guitar player. Rich was played guitar. Then there was a keyboard player and myself.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. So acoustic, no
Yep.
drums.
Nope. No drums.
Drums are so
No.
loud.
And then we hired out for a guitar player, for another guitar player, and that's when I met my friend Bob Late, who was really on the same level as Rich as far as devotion to the Grateful Dead and dedicated himself. Great, beautiful guitar player. Just he's a great style, and he taught me a lot about a lot of the actual. I mean, I learned hundreds of songs, uh,
That's great.
not well, but was introduced to
Right.
this repertoire.
Yeah.
I had no idea. So it was kind of this gradual
Sure.
progression toward.
Right. Right.
You know.
And then, so when did you end up in DSO?
Well, it's funny. I didn't. I auditioned for DSO. I remember my boyfriend at the time, who was the bass player in Chicago, saying to me, this J.K. and Scott Larned and a couple other people have got this, Grateful Dead project. And they, even in just talking, people would call me the Donna. I didn't even really know what they were talking about, the
Right.
Donna, whatever. And so he's like, why don't you go? It might be fun, go audition to playing Tuesday night at Martyrs. And, they were looking for a Donna. So I went and auditioned and I got it. And, you know, 28 or 9 years down the line, I find out that I started with Dark Star. I premiered with Dark Star, their third show in. I had no idea. I thought I
It,
started a lot later than that. So I've technically been there pretty much the whole time.
I
And
actually learned that about you too from John at Martyrs when I played there last year with him.
like,
And
what?
somebody said, "When did Lisa join?" He's like, "It was
Yeah,
the third show." I was like, "You've been there the whole time."
that's what he told me that, and he was so sure. I'm like, are you sure? And John is sure. John is
He's
sure. When John is
sure.
not sure, he's not sure. And he's like, no, there's a third show. I'm like, oh my goodness, I had no idea.
Wow, that's
I
fantastic.
wish I had journaled. You know what I mean? I wish I had been a journaler. All this
Yeah.
time later, so much is lost to my memory. I don't remember. It's terrible.
Recently, I guess it was COVID actually. I started a video journal, so I would just take out my phone
It's
and
smart.
capture a moment or whatever it is, and it's
Yeah.
now, a few years of that, which
Yeah,
is
that's a good thing to do.
it is, yeah. And I've had journals, but generally it's this, brokenhearted, woe is me. I looked at some of my journals
I
from my
know.
20s and it's like, no, she broke my heart.
My writing always seems so trite. Like I read it and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
no.
But I do like my videos because I capture, my home. I own a home and my kitty cats and
Yeah,
all the things and my life. I've been out places and I just take a journal, take a
that's a
video.
good idea.
And maybe you can do that. There's your podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Can you name one or two of your favorite songs by the Grateful Dead that they covered?
Covered. Hmm. Well, it's funny, like Sugaree may have been a different, I think Memphis Minnie, that's one of my favorites. I don't know who did it,
I
but
think it's
Sugaree was,
Elizabeth Cotton, right?
okay, that's right, Elizabeth
She
Cotton.
wrote it,
Yeah.
and
So I like that old bluesy version of
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I like any of the Dylan stuff that they do. I love.
yeah. Me too.
Um, it's hard for me to pick one or two. Like my favorite is like a rotation.
I totally understand that. It
Yeah,
depends on the mood. Yeah,
yeah,
completely get it. But I'm right there with you in
yeah.
the Dylan
Oh
world.
yeah,
Yeah,
I love it. I
I
love
saw you do.
their.
I saw you sing "Masters of War," and that
Oh
just.
my God, that song is so much.
I know. And I felt that much.
Yeah,
I felt that and the goosebumps. I think that was right here at the Colony. And then you did it. That was with Jeff Masson and friends when I saw you at the Colony that night, Colony
yeah,
Woodstock, and
right.
which is where I am right now in Woodstock. And then I saw you do it. I believe it was like one of the extras after a show. You had a little
A,
time. Yeah,
Stage A&E. I think we just did it. Jeff's the one that asked me to sing it. I'm like, oh, that is a very angry song, and but it's so funny because it's so true. It's like a forever truth, kind of.
yeah,
It speaks to human nature and the
yeah.
bestiality that we perpetrate on one another. And I get really upset when I sing it. Like I do. It drags me in. My emotions can be a real problem for me.
Yeah,
And that song just, you know,
yeah. You talked to me about that the first time we met, which was at the Golden Road, which was Lena's 50th, right?
oh yeah,
When we
yeah,
were in Ojai, Lena Cohn,
right,
and that was when we sang together with Jill,
yeah, yeah. That was
and
fun.
that was fun. That was officially the first time I met you, even though I'd opened for you. My
Oh
band, the
God.
Deadbeats, opened up for DSO, acoustic DSO with Donna Jean, I think, even,
Oh
right?
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we didn't meet then. I met you when we were
yeah.
playing in Ojai, and
That's awesome.
I saw that you had that.
Ugh.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh. It's
That's right.
upsets my stomach and the whole thing. I'm like, oh, for heaven's sake, you know, it's a song. Calm down.
It's yeah. I mean,
But
Dylan's like that, right? I
yes,
think
he is.
that's
He
yeah.
is.
I think
Genius.
I did not to go off tangent or off topic, but I saw Dylan recently say he could never write those songs. He doesn't know how he wrote any of those songs.
Really?
Yeah, he's kind of in this world of being
Huh.
astonished by himself. Like I don't know, I couldn't write those songs now.
Huh.
I was kind of blown away by that.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, so what are some of your favorites to sing and cover with the Dark Star Orchestra?
I like I like Franklin's Tower.
Yeah, all right.
I
Nice.
love that song, especially when the beat gets just right.
Yeah, it's true.
And
It,
it's just so much fun
it sure
to
is.
sing it and just dance around. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I love
You
that song.
you get a lot of steps up there, by the
I
way.
get steps. I can't help it. I don't know what would happen. And again, the aging process is it's a long process of letting go until you actually fulfill that commitment of letting go completely, entirely, and forever. And so the whole process of getting older is letting go of this, letting go of that. You're letting go a little bit more, a little bit more. And I don't think I could just stand up there.
Right.
If I just am like, please keep me
Moving.
until I, am done, please. I mean, all you can do is ask, right? Ask the universe and see what comes back.
Right, right. That's
So
right. That's right. Well, you're
I
doing a
just love
great
it.
job. You're doing a great job of it. It
Yeah.
makes me very happy. Can we share that what we who you get your moves from?
I have different like inspirations.
I
Um,
know we've spoken about one in particular.
did we? Oh, Snoopy.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Snoopy.
Yes.
I
There's a
love
couple
that.
Peanuts characters.
I can see you
Uh,
doing it. I totally see you doing it now when I'm in the
I
crowd.
it is funny. It's just so much fun. I'm just not skilled, but I have rhythm and
Oh,
I
you
just
sure are skilled. Very
just let
much
it
so.
rip.
Yeah, good for you.
No judgment.
I think
Let's
that's
go.
what I think that's what the beautiful part of the Grateful Dead and the fans and everything. There's no
Yeah.
judgment on that. Just have fun and dance and do what I'm a crazy dancer. I dance like, I
No
get
one's
really
watching.
really into it. I
Yeah.
and I don't want to have to stop that.
No, I don't think that that is ever
Yeah,
going to be a thing. And
right.
if it would be a thing, that it's no longer, you're not celebrating the freedom that the Grateful Dead gave us to celebrate. So,
That's
I don't know
right.
what to say about that,
That's right. That's right. That's
It's too
right.
bad, I guess, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think it's something, it's an expression of ourselves. And
Yeah.
when I see music, I can't really sit still. And
No, it's
if
hard.
it's a venue where there are chairs or seats, I'm very much moving from my
Yeah.
chair.
Like even jazz, like I have the jazz hands.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we go to the Village Vanguard sometimes in New York,
Oh,
Bill Frisell,
nice.
or, you know, and of course it's a very small place. You're not going to stand up and block. You can't block somebody. I'm very conscious of who's behind me,
Yeah,
trying to,
right.
and the jazz crowd is, you know, jazz crowd. So I'm like, I could just, oh, I got jazz hands.
I went to that club. I'm trying to think who I saw. I think it was Tony Williams, the drummer.
Uh,
And that was at the request of my drum instructor, who I had one lesson with, I think, Lee Finkelstein. Do you know Lee
oh yeah, I've
Finkelstein?
heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Dino
He
talks about him.
he played in the Zen Tricksters with Rob and Jeff.
Right.
Yeah, for a hot minute there. In fact,
Yeah.
I've got a photo of him in my music room because
Yep.
yeah, but he was like, "Oh, you gotta go. You gotta go see Tony Williams at the Village Vanguard." I went by myself and like had the greatest time. Of course, everybody else was smoking. I wasn't then, but that's great.
I love jazz.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh, you do, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot of chops as far as names. I mean, I'm really into Coltrane, obviously, and the piano player that played with him in his quartet. Um,
Yeah.
Name's
Okay.
not coming to me right now.
Okay.
If you ever want to see jazz, that's fun to, any jazz. I really is good jazz as far as I'm concerned. People know what they're doing, and they can riff like that. The Detroit Jazz Festival. They have like
Ah.
a matching grant, and they get some great players
Wow. Great.
up there. So we would like to hit that. And McCoy Tyner, the guy I was thinking of, and I saw him at
Oh.
Detroit Jazz Festival, and he was playing with he was a tap dancer who was tap dancing rhythm to his piano.
Wow. I love that.
That was fascinating,
Wow.
you know.
Well, that's
And
hard to do. I know my sister's
uh
a dance teacher for years, and tap was always one of the ones that I liked because it was percussive, but I never really. I went the jock route after a little while. I didn't stay in the
right,
dance world. My
right.
sister is still there, and she's a dance teacher, and her daughter is a
Wow,
dance teacher. Yeah, very much so. But that
yeah,
tap, so man,
wow,
that's
yeah,
great. So kind of tapping to jazz, tapping to
yeah.
McCoy Tyner. Wow,
He
that's
was,
great.
yeah. And then I saw Esperanza Spalding, the
Oh, I
bass
love
player.
her. Love
I
her.
mean, so you can get some great stuff up there. Just
Yeah,
really good music,
that's
and
great.
it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
That's great. And so, what are you excited about coming up with DSO?
Well, we're excited about the Greek. We just announced 2 shows at the Greek. We're going to do some stuff. John JGB is going to be there, and we've got I think Peter Rowan is coming, and he's playing a set of music with Sam Grisman.
Oh yes! Wow.
And it's a 2 night thing that I don't know which night who's doing what, but that's going to be a lot of fun. And then of
Yeah,
course we're coming up your way before too much longer.
you are.
Bethel?
Oh, I'm going to be there. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
be there for that. I've already. Sorry, guys, can't play. Can't play any
Oh,
shows. There's certain things I need for my own mental well-being and emotional goodness,
I
and
get that.
music is
Yeah.
very much a part of that. So, and I have to thank you for all the years I've danced. Well before I knew you, I appreciated you.
Well, thank
And
you. Back at you.
yeah, yeah,
We get a
excellent.
chance to dance to each other's music. That's a
Yeah,
blessing in itself.
that's great. I hope there's more time for us to play together and dance together.
Yeah, me too.
That's
Me
great.
too.
Lisa, it's been really nice to have you on the maiden voyage of Covered
Woo!
in Dead podcast. What
Been
I'll
a pleasure
probably
to be here.
I'm glad. I'm so glad you said yes. It's really it's an honor to talk with you. And what
Oh,
I'd like to do is turn this podcast into the precursor. Then I will on my Monday night radio show on WKZE.com. I'll play the songs that we talked about. So
oh,
like Sugary, we'll play a version of Sugary. Because
great.
like basically bringing it all together.
Awesome. Right.
Yeah,
Great. That sounds great.
yeah.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you,
And
Lisa.
looking forward to seeing you down the road.
Yes, you will. You will. All
Okay.
right. I'm going to stop
Bye.
recording. I'm going to stop recording and then I'm going to say goodbye. Okay.
Okay. Bye, buddy.
Bye, everybody.